Hello students, I welcome you all to part 7 of the solid state chapter. In today's lesson we will be talking about the structure of solids. Okay, till now we have discussed the very basics of the solid state, that is its general characteristics, then classification of solids, then under that classification of crystalline solids. So you have a rough idea now about the introduction of solid state. Now we are moving ahead and going deeper into the structure and arrangement of the solid constituent particles in the system. Okay, so under that we will be studying what is called crystal lattice. What is crystal lattice? What is the definition of unit cell? And the 7 crystal systems and 14 Bravais lattice. All these 3 topics come under the structure of solids. So basically getting familiar with all these terms so that it is useful for you in your application type questions. Okay, so coming to the first, that is lattice. What is the definition of lattice? Lattice is the regular arrangement of points in which every point has the same surrounding. Okay, here we are talking of only points, that is in 2D, not in 3D. Okay, the same regular arrangement of points in which every point has the same surrounding. Okay, so here you can see the points, the black dots which are drawn are at equal distance from each other. Okay, they are at roughly equal distance from each other, and hence this arrangement is called as lattice. Okay, and one point in that lattice is called as lattice point. Okay, so this entire arrangement is called as lattice, and one point in that lattice is called as a lattice point. Okay, the second definition is, what do you mean by crystal lattice? Now you know what is lattice, right? Now what is crystal lattice? Crystal lattice is the regular arrangement of the constituent particles in 3 dimensions. Okay, so in a 3-dimensional space, I forgot to mention it here, the regular arrangement of the constituent particles in the 3-dimensional space is called as crystal lattice. Okay, so here we are looking at a block type of arrangement. So can you imagine while building a house, basically the walls are built of bricks, right? So the bricks are put in a regular arrangement. So that whole arrangement, the whole wall, you can imagine it to be crystal lattice. Okay, so this you can imagine it to be a wall, and this is crystal lattice. When we talk about 3 dimension, it is crystal lattice, and when we talk about 2 dimensions, it is just lattice. Okay, but now the characteristics of crystal lattice. Each point in a crystal lattice is called as a lattice point or lattice site. This, as we mentioned in the earlier picture. Okay. Second, each point represents one constituent particle, which may be an atom, a molecule, or an ion. So you have to understand this. Okay, now we are talking about lattice point, but what is it? It is an atom. It is one atom, or it may be one molecule. For example, if we are talking of iron metal, okay, then one green dot here is one iron atom. Okay, if we are talking about ice, for example, water molecules, then this one green point is one water molecule, H2O, H2O, H2O. So here it is molecule. Or if it is an ion, like for example in sodium chloride, then one point is Na plus, one point is Cl minus. One point is Na plus, one point is Cl minus, in that form. Okay, so each point represents one constituent particles, which may be an atom, a molecule, or an ion. Third, points are basically joined by straight lines to bring out the geometry of the lattice. So these straight lines are basically for us to as a hypothetical representation in order to study the lattice more in a better way. Okay, so now you know what is crystal lattice. Okay, the arrangement of constituent particles in three-dimensional space. You know what is the meaning of lattice points or lattice sites and why these lines are drawn. The next definition is that of unit cell. What is unit cell? The smallest portion of crystal lattice which when repeated in different directions generates the entire lattice is known as unit cell. Okay, so in as I said, the example of building a house or building a wall. Okay, so whenever you have various bricks arranged in a regular arrangement, that makes a wall. So each brick in that wall makes one unit cell. So the part in this diagram which is colored red, this is one unit cell. Okay, unit cell is the smallest portion of the crystal lattice which when repeated in different directions generates the entire lattice. This is known as the unit cell. So the characteristics of the unit cell you have to know. You have to know basically certain terms. Okay, so this block here which I have drawn is representing a unit cell. Okay, so the first characteristics is its dimensions along with three edges A, B and C. Okay, so whenever we will be in future, we will be referring to the length, breadth and height of that unit cell. We will be using the letters A. Can you see this A? Yeah, this tiny A. This is B. The length of this is represented by B and the height is represented by C. These edges, now here they are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular means at 90 degrees to each other, but they might or they might not be perpendicular to each other, and based on that they are classified into various unit cells that we will be looking into further. Okay, and the second point is the angles between the edges. Okay, they are represented as alpha, beta and gamma. So whenever I say alpha, you should immediately be able to relate. Okay, alpha is the angle between B and C. Okay, this is alpha. Beta is the angle between A and C. Okay, A and C, this is beta. Okay, and gamma is the angle between A and B. So this is gamma. Okay, therefore a unit cell is characterized by 6 parameters. The lengths along the edges A, B and C, and the angles that are alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, so these are the 6 parameters which exist in order to study the structure of the unit cell. Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we will be studying about the types of unit cells, the different types of unit cells. You know now that a unit cell is a single unit of the entire lattice, which when repeated against makes up the entire, it is a brick, right? Now there are different types of bricks here. Okay, so you have to imagine that. So types of unit cells are mainly of 2 types, primitive and centered. Okay, now what is a primitive unit cell? A primitive unit cell is the one in which the constituent particles are present only in the corners of the unit cell. Okay, so where the constituent particles are present only in the corners of the unit cell. And centered, there are 3 types: body centered, face centered and end centered. Now what is the meaning of centered? Centered means it has a particle or an atom, molecular ion in the center. Okay, either it may be center of the whole body, it may be at the center of the face or end center. We'll see the meaning of this gradually. Okay, first let us see about primitive unit cells and their types. Primitive cells are of 7 types. Okay, so as we saw in the definition, the constituent particles are present only in the corners of the unit cell. Okay, and basically they are classified into 7 based on their shapes and the angles between them. Okay, so the first one is cubic, okay, which is of course shaped like a cube where all the sides are equal. You can see here B is equal to A, C is equal to A. Okay, all the sides are equal, all the angles are 90 degrees. Okay, second is tetragonal. Tetragonal shape here is the angles are 90 degrees but not all the sides are of equal length. Okay, orthorhombic, which is again the angle beta is 90 degrees, gamma is 90 degrees, but alpha might or might not be 90 degrees. Okay, so this is orthorhombic. Then you have monoclinic, okay, where both these angles are 90 degrees, sides are not equal. Here they have not mentioned, like how they have mentioned here they have not mentioned, which means the sides are totally not equal in length. Okay, this is hexagonal. In hexagonal, now this is one unique type, okay, where of course sides are never equal and the angle alpha and beta are 90 degrees but gamma is 120 degrees. Okay, then you have rhombohedral. Okay, here also A is equal to B and C is equal to A. Here the sides are equal but angles are different. The angles are not equal to 90 degrees. And triclinic crystals, where neither the sides are equal nor the angles are equal. Okay, so these make up the 7 types of primitive cells. Basically, what is the definition? The atoms are present only in the corners of the unit cell. Okay, so we are talking only at the ends they are present, the atoms. Okay, that makes them different from centered. So now we will see what are centered.